What is up, champs? Champion Trucker coming back at you with a new video, and the economy is sick and trucking is going with it. So I want to shout out first and foremost Real Rare AP. Hopefully I said his or her name. I believe you're a guy, but just a shout out, because this has been a kind of a constant person that's been commenting, interacting with the channel, and I appreciate you. I really do. You do not know how much it means to see a comment. I don't get a whole lot. So I had an old 2005, this is from my last video, an old 2005 BMW, and that transmission always had problems, and it's a commonality. Just know if you're getting a BMW, you might, along the line, if it's not new and not under warranty, you might have to be replacing a transmission. My Mazda 6 had 125,000 miles and never had any problems. I had a Mazda 6, loved it. And did it attract women? No. But it was a surefire car. I got in that thing, rode it. I rode it all the way to Atlanta and back, and that's not even counting how many years I put on it. Loved that car. It was a little ugly color, that light blue. It was like dolphin. They call it dolphin. Now I look back, I'm like, ugh. But it was a great car. Next comment is going to be from Brandon. I'm not going to say your last name, I believe, on here. PFG shuttle driver here, bro. I look at the case count on my paperwork every night, and it blows my mind that they send some of these routes out. And what he means by that, I used to work for a Performance Food Group. And to think about what's going on is, I knew that one of the routes that I took upon would be significantly cut in half during the summer because school was out. We used to deliver to schools. We used to deliver to, it was a few fast food chains. And right now, people can't even afford to eat out anymore. That used to be their everyday reoccurrence thing. Like, I'm going to go eat out at Chipotle. Chipotle's stock has boomed. It's dropped since the split. But, you know, looking at everything, it's like you can't really afford even the fake fatty bad food at this point. So like I said, the economy is sick and trucking is going with it. You know, I'm looking at the loads that I'm getting, and I deal with food, and it's enough for me to transport the goods, but it's a significant dramatic change that I capitalize on since last year. And as Brandon just said from the last comment, shout out to you, thank you for commenting, paperwork is light, man. And you're gonna have to get to the point where if you're a truck driver and things are just badly slow and you can't make up the bills, it's time to either move locations if you can. I know it's not easy, or it's time to find a different thing. Time to find a different alternative, because what's going on right now is starting to get sick. And this is the problem. We got a jobs market where you could put in an application, they'll call you for an interview, and then you'll go to the interview, they won't even hire you. You won't even know. It'll be 3 months later. And you're like, dang, didn't I apply for that job out of the 1,000 applications I put in? I have noticed that right now companies are moving people around within their company. They don't want to hire anybody else. They will literally either double whatever that person is doing if they want to. Like for me, I'm taking over accounts right now, doing different things. I'm going on a 6-day work week. I can't make the usual videos that I made because I'm working. I'm about to hit 60 hours, past 60 hours now. So, and I have no problem with that. To me, I'm like, you know, other than one account, I'm like, bro, just set me up for success. But honestly, it's getting to that point where the economy, man, it's there. It's right now at the point where, you know, the stock market is going to look great when the inflation rates are cut, but the economy is already the damage is done. You ever have like a old person and you try to tell them, hey, you need to move out the way, like quickly, but they're sitting there steadily just like and then all of a sudden they get hit. No, I never seen that before, but just like saying they get hit by something, it's like, well, dang, I tried it. I tried to help you. I didn't want to attack you. You might break your hip. That's kind of like what's going on with the committee that gets together. It's like, well, you know, we see that, you know, inflation is coming down. We might cut it just a little. And that's like, bro, what? And you got to understand, a lot of people that are making these decisions, they're not in a bad space. They do not care. They're like, well, my stocks are doing great. Why the heck would I want to cut it? Well, let's just wait until we cut it. We'll cut it over there, and then we'll get Wall Street all amped again. So when it comes down to your finances, and we talked about with Real Rare AP, with that comment right there, talking about getting, he had a Mazda 6, 125,000 miles. I envy. Like, sometimes I'll be, you know, as a truck driver, you driving and you see this old Buick, you like, or a Mercury, or like, bro, you dirty. And then you can't really say anything because it's paid off. You got to shut your mouth. That person's richer than you if they did their finances right. And I remember, you know, I used to deliver to this one location, and the guy bought a truck, nice truck, really nice truck. His payments at the time was $600 for a truck. Nice, all kitted out, $100,000 truck. It was a lot less at that time. He got it for a steal now. What I thought was a dummy, because I was like, bro, I'm about to pay off my car. Why would you go and buy this truck? Fast forward, he's winning. He's honestly winning. A lot of people back in 2019, 2020, close to 2021, they said, I'm going to go ahead and buy a house right now. Everybody that bought a house 2020, 2022 on up, they in a bad shape, man. Because you have a bunch of people that bought a house that's overinflated in price, overinflated in interest rate. It'll be okay if the interest rate was like 2%, 3%, but it's 7%. So you locked yourself in at 7%. And not even that, you also bought a house that was $100,000 above market. So then now you have to live a life to sustain that, in a time that it's in a we're in an economic distress. To get ahead, it means that, hey, I got to cut things out. I got to cut things out. And that coffee every morning, look, I know on average Starbucks, determining on where you live. Let me open up my calculator. I should do this in my head, but I ain't no math whiz. $4.50 for let's say a caramel ribbon crunch. It could be more, it could be less. Let's just say you did that 5 days out the week. That's $22.50. You're like, oh, $22.50. That's not that bad. That's not gonna hurt me, really. So you do that 4 times a month. You do that 4 times a month, you're at $90. Okay, $90. That's not too bad. Do that for a full year, you're at $1,080. I might have done my math wrong, but $1,080. So let's just say you did this. You went to the store, you bought the pack, and you just put it into water. And that pack costs you, let's even upcharge it. Let's make it $8.99. $8.99 for a full pack of what, 24? Let's just say you don't use them all in the same month. You know, you only use it, if you equate it to the same amount of Starbucks, you only use it 20 times. So you got 1 month and a few days. So let's just say 1 month and a few days. Dang, you don't even need, let's just round it up to a whole month. Times that by 12, you only spent $107. $107 if you were to buy it for a full month, for a full year. Woo! when you start looking at it, when you start looking at the calculated costs, even for me, I wake up, I get breakfast. What happens if I were to go ahead and just buy the breakfast sandwiches at Kroger and finally wake up 30 minutes earlier to cook it? Let's just say I did this I've been doing it 4 times, times that by 5, $20. We don't even need to run this again. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. Near $1,000. And for me, as a prior military service, I know how I gotta survive. You know, I don't buy, my pants are dirty. I go to it's not really dirty. It's got grease because of, being a truck driver. I go straight to the gym. Just like this. Now, I ain't trying to impress nobody at the gym. You got people buying Adidas, Nikes, and all that stuff. They're wearing their best fit. And I'm in the gym. You'll be surprised what a good body will do. And people compliment you about it. People compliment you. They're like, "Ooh, that's a nice nice shirt." What? I got this from Walmart. Oh, that's a nice jacket. Where'd you? I got that from Walmart. I got this from TJ Maxx, Ross. Because I'm not trying to live like a celebrity. No, not even a celebrity, because they stay under the radar. Most of them like to stay under. You see Adam Sandler? Most of the time he's annoyed, but he's just regular. Jim Carrey, regular. Warren Buffett, regular. I mean, so what are we really trying? One of the big, Keanu Reeves, straight up regular. The people that flaunt the most are the people that don't got nothing majority of the time. They are trying to compensate, keep up. Let me tell you why you are always broke. It's because you are trying to keep up. Those small amount of purchases dent you. Woo, they dent you bad. They dent you so dang gunning bad that you don't even see it. It's like a ghost in the night. You'll be checking your bank account. Next thing you know, it's all gone. You're like, where did it go? What? Where did it go? I just had $1,000 in my account. Now I'm down to $10 for the rest of 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. It's all about where are you delegating? Some of y'all don't even want to do a budget. Look, it don't have to be. My dad is the king of budgeting. I will 100% say, shout out to my dad. He's the king of budgeting. It's hard to do. That's why people are broke. But let me tell you what my budget looks like. I'm not gonna show you the numbers. Let me move this down. That's my budget right there. I pop them up, boom, 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 and I got a bunch of and then I write the number. So then at the end of the month, I know, okay, I got to pay this amount of money per month in order to sustain my living. Then I look at how much I'm making. I'm like, great. That is good. That is good. I'm going to cap a great. So honestly, guys, if you're still trying to play this game, the economy is sick and trucking is going with it. What are you going to do about it? Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. I will catch all of you guys in the next one. Peace.